Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the career and financial energy for the sign of Capricorn for the month of March. Now Capricorn, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Capricorn, I do not offer personal readings. So if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I only have one Instagram account. It's linked below. So if you want to give me a follow on Instagram, make sure you use the link below and do not follow anyone else. I also do exclusive content there. Let's see what we have here for you, Capricorn, for this month ahead. We're going to be doing a pyramid spread here. And don't forget to subscribe if you watch my content regularly. Really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right, let's see what we have here for you. Cool, looks good to me. Put that over here and let's take a look. So, really good reading for you, Capricorn, I have to say, for this month of March. It looks like some of you are getting an appropriate outcome to a problem. It looks like some of you are making a completion after having having gone through a new beginning in your career situation. And I think that there are choices at hand here for some of you in either your career life or your financial life. It really depends on what situation you find yourself in. But let's get into this right away. So in your overall message, you have the Justice card. And the Justice card talks about, at the end of the day, the Justice card says that all parties will get the outcome that they truly deserve. This can come up when there are legal issues. Obviously, I'm not a legal professional, but this could mean that maybe some of you are involved in legal contracts, legal issues, legal documents, anything like that. It could mean that maybe some of you are doing some of the mundane sides of owning a business or running a business or dealing with business, setting up an LLC, setting up something, some of you may be doing things like that. But on a much different level, because obviously not everybody's going to be dealing with that. The Justice card is your karma, okay? And really karma is just the actions that you've taken, the result of the actions that you've taken up to this point. That's what your karma is. And so it says that the karma is kind of balancing out right now. And you could think of justice as like the divine courts, right? And so if you're dealing with somebody potentially who is in the workplace, who's not treating you fairly, the Justice card is a good influence because that says that at the end of the day, everything will work out for you. Especially if you've been acting with integrity. Really, it's just everything will work out as it's supposed to work, right? With the Justice card, it could go either way. So it's also this energy of juggling. As you see the scales maybe tipping up and down. Same with this Lover's card, which we'll get into as we go along. But in the past, you have the Queen of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. So the Queen of Pentacles is a card that I would like to see in a financial reading. This can be somebody who's really focused on financial independence at this time. And the Queen of Pentacles, they make practical choices in their life and specifically in their financial life. Rarely will you find this person as a risk taker in like investments, gambling, anything like that. They're more about bread and butter, right? They're more about like, let's set up a budgeting plan. Let's set up a savings plan. Let's try to reduce the amount of money we spend on food every month. They're kind of doing these sorts of things, trimming their budget. And on the other end of this, the Queen of Pentacles could say that potentially some of you are dealing with, a realtor, a loan officer, maybe a banker, financial advisor. You could be dealing with those sorts of things as well at this time. I'll be interested to see what cards come in to clarify this. But you also have this Ace of Cups, which is a nice card of potentially a happy new beginning happening in your life. The Ace of Cups can come forward when, you have that feeling of your cup overflowing. Some of you here, I'm being drawn to the eye on the Ace of Cups. Some of you maybe have created a vision for yourself and maybe your financial future, and this has felt like a new beginning for some of you. I also feel like with this Ace of Cups, that card can often come forward as a potential creative project in your life that you're looking to get off the ground or looking to start in some ways. And so really all good things here for you in this reading. And so in the future, you have the World and the Lovers. So the World represents the completion of some type of cycle, maybe the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. It's a powerful card, right? It's the last of the major arcana. It says that you've gone through the entire hero's journey and you're now here at the top of the world. And this is also Saturn energy, okay? And so Saturn rewards you for doing the hard work. And Saturn is purposefully hard. The themes around Saturn are extremely hard to work through. That's why everybody talks about their Saturn return and the challenges that you may face in that. Well, you can't get to the top of the world without having gone through things like the Tower, the Devil, the Death card, whatever the case may be. Although all of those cards have positive meanings, but you understand what I'm saying. You also here have this Lover's energy, which is potentially an important choice that you have to make in your financial or your career life, okay? And this is also a card of duality in that the Lovers is the sign of Gemini. Gemini is the sign of duality. There are also two people, two dolphins here on this card. And so for some of you, there's some sort of choice you have to make here, especially as you have this Justice energy as well, weighing the scales, weighing the options. Let's see what this may be. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here. So you have the Nine of Pentacles, wow, the Page of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Capricorn, big. This is big for you. So remember how I said, so you have two major cards of financial independence, the two cards I look to when somebody is looking to achieve financial independence. Okay, look at this. You have this Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, but now you throw in the Page of Pentacles as well. So this is very good energy for you, and it's all around this Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups situation. So the Page of Pentacles, this person here has planted a bush or a tree that provides for them, right? And so this bush, not only does it grow fruit and flowers, but it also grows pentacles here. And those pentacles, you can think of that as presumably the pentacles keep growing, right, after you harvest them. And so you can think of it as dividends, passive income, investments. But here's the thing. This is about anything that will make you financially independent. And what has that traditionally been for many people in America? Real estate. Real estate has been a big way, a big opportunity for people to park cash, park their money, and have it grow over time. You have this Page of Pentacles, which is prospects looking good, potentially news of a financial situation. Now you have it with a card that might be a realtor, might be a loan officer, and a new beginning. If I'm putting this all together, some of you maybe are really thinking about creating financial independence through real estate. Some of you, it may be through a different type of investment, but I do feel pretty strongly that you are making some type of investment. And think about it this way. This could also be an investment in yourself. Maybe some of you are learning something that will add to your add value to your career and your skill set. So I don't know, maybe you're learning a second language and that will open you up to overseas business or international trade. Or, some of you here adding maybe if you're a programmer, you're adding a new language to your programming language to your stack, or whatever the case may be, right? And so maybe you're learning how to program and you just feel like you want to do this. Whatever the case may be, some of you here are adding something. You're making an investment either in an instrument such as a stock, a dividend, or whatever the case may be, a house, or even knowledge, investing in yourself. You have the Two of Wands and the Knight of Wands here. So now we have this Wands energy. Wands is the suit of work, business, work, career. And so the Two of Wands, again, choices. Okay, this person's at a fork in the road. You have this Lover's card, which represents choices. You have this weighing of options here with the Justice card. And now you have the Knight of Wands, movement forward. This can also say that maybe you're a maverick. You might be like a jack of all trades. You may have a lot of things that you can bring to the table. It also comes forward when you're ready to change residence, move to a new location, move to a new zip code. Let's see what else we have here. You have the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. So 7-7 energy here. So your guides are absolutely with you at this time. So the Seven of Cups, what I really like about this is I feel like you're overwhelmed, but I need to, let me explain this to you. Sometimes there's something called eustress, right? So there are multiple types of stress, and there is something called eustress, which is a good type of stress. That is when you are taking on things that ultimately improve your life. And yeah, it may be stressful, it may be a little bit chaotic, but ultimately these are good things to be stressed about. And you can do what you need to do to mitigate that, to help yourself out with the stress as much as you need to. That may be running, it may be jogging, it may be working out, it might be meditation, eating healthy, whatever the case may be, talking with somebody. But ultimately, I feel like, if you've ever bought a house, it's a stressful period. It's a stressful time. Okay. And, I'm not saying everybody's doing that, but I'm saying some of you here, I think you're building these blocks here that, may feel stressful and may be challenging, but, ultimately these are good things that you're dealing with at this time. You have the Seven of Wands, which is competition. Again, very rarely are things free in life. And the Seven of Wands to me suggests that you've been successful because now people want what you have. You can see these people are coming after this person. And so it's a card of competition. And then you have the Ten of Wands, which is you ultimately crossing the finish line and having gained some sort of knowledge as you've gone through the suit of wands. It is a burden, but again, I feel like you're purposefully carrying a burden. Like it's like you realize that right now there's a lot of work at hand, and ultimately it's going to help you. You have the Tower and the King of Swords. So the Tower does not need to be a negative card. Remember, I said you are completing a cycle. This is coming in the past. There may have been an unexpected situation that happened with a process or with something that you've been looking to build here. You are completing it though. Not only are you crossing the finish line here with the Ten of Wands, but if we're going straight down here, you also have a completion with the World. The Tower is freeing you from some sort of illusion in your life. And so it's actually a blessing in disguise when you get the Tower, because it always leads you to the path of the star, and nobody wants to live in an illusion. Nobody wants to live in a house of cards. So do keep in mind, the Tower is not all bad. It can represent a revelation. And you have to take all the cards into consideration here. Most of these cards are incredibly good. Most of them are positive. And the vast majority, you have like one challenge here with the World. And so maybe competition can be a challenge as well. But other than that, it looks good. You have the King of Swords as well, which is somebody who's maybe an authority figure. Also somebody who's potentially a subject matter expert. They'll help you get from point A to point B. Yes. And at the top of the pyramid, I love to see that for you. You have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is a big victory that leads to a new beginning in your life. It's a clearing of your mental process as well, and it's a feeling of having a breakthrough. The clouds clearing in the background. You have the Ace of Cups here as well, double aces. So that's always a good sign in a tarot reading, and triple aces. Let's make it triple. You also have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. So and guess what? The Ace of Pentacles is heavily associated with contracts, documents, paperwork. Some of you are signing off on a house. Obviously, not everybody is, but you're signing off on a contract. You may even be getting into a contract with yourself and saying, okay, Capricorn, I'm going to do X, Y, Z in order to get me to where I need to go. Or some of you, really looking at something here, and it is providing you with a new beginning in your financial life. So this is incredible. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Feel free to sign up for my email list. There's a link to that in the description below. I'll see you in the next one.